What happens when we receive a question of writing an article? We start writing the article with extraordinary promptitude and without focusing on forethought. With this, undoubtedly we are able to finish writing an article in time. However, we end up writing an unimpressive one, later on lamenting when marked low.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Vidhi and you are watching Let's Learn with Let's Lead. Today, I'm here to teach you how to write an effectual and efficacious article for your examinations. Let it be your board examinations or preliminary English test conducted by British Council and Cambridge. You are going to score the maximum in your article after watching my 5 videos. Don't forget to watch each video related to article writing and come up with a perfect, effectual article in written. Well, no more complaints to yourselves. Follow my 3-step approach to write an impressive and expressive article for your exams. Before I commence with my 3-step approach, I would like you to understand the format and the marking scheme of the article writing. Let us begin. Are you ready, my students? Let's get started. So the first step in the 3-step approach is plan. What to plan, how to plan is the question. I'll tell you, think about the question. Let us read the question and then think, what do we have to think about the question? Write an article on topic, reducing pollution need of the hour. Let us think, what is the type of question? Whether it's an argumentative question or it is a descriptive question. For the choice of words you will put into your article would depend on the type of the article. Well, this is a descriptive question, right? Okay, now plan the structure. When I talk about planning the structure, I talk about planning how many paragraphs you would write. How would you open up the opening paragraph? Different ways you would think to open the paragraph. Let us see. For example, for this particular question, I structure it into 3 particular paragraphs. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. To hook the audience, why not to give a catchy line at the beginning of the article? Yes, so your opening paragraph, which is paragraph 1, needs a catchy line to actually get that reader's interest. And to maintain that interest, we need to keep the juices flowing. For that, we need cohesion and cohesive devices. Well, my next video would only focus on how to keep those juices flowing and use cohesion and cohesive devices in an article to make it quite an impressive one. Now comes the third part to plan, vocabulary. Why not to flaunt a good vocabulary? But what type of vocabulary do we want? We want the lexical resource. When I say lexical resource, I mean to say that your vocabulary should curtail to the topic. For example, I could find new words related to reducing pollution. Well, which all words can really replace reducing pollution well? Let me draw a web for you. So the first word is reduce. Think of which all words can be used to replace reduce. Minimize, combat, decrease, and so on. You can increase your web. Well, the next word is pollution. Think for the words that can replace pollution. It could be impurities in the air, pollutants, or it could be adulteration. So you have 3 words to replace pollution for in your article. Similarly, you can go for the need of the hour. It could be emergency, urgency, and you can increase your web. Do it at the planning stage. It will become very easier for you to jot down and use the words in the article. Now the next thing you have to plan is ways to personalize your article. When you personalize, that means you give your personal touch with the phrases or the words. The article becomes really an impressive one. For example, you could jot down various phrases you could use in the essay. For example, certainly, I wonder. You would surely believe. Well, I believe this, and so on. Adding such phrases which give a personal touch makes your article quite impressive, and you can score the maximum. This is all about planning, and if your planning is really done well, you will actually get a good score in writing an article. Let's move to the second step, right? The second step is to write the article. When you have already planned and you are ready to write the article on the paper, let's begin with the process you have to follow. For example, this is the right side margin of your notebook. Don't forget to write the name of the article, the title of the article in the center. Let us see. Leave some space from here and equal space from the other side. So I copy the title that says Reducing Pollution Need of the Hour. Remember not to deviate from the format, for it carries 1 mark out of the 8 marks. After that, write a byline. It means that you have to write who is writing the article. For example, here, write an article. Nobody's name is mentioned here. But if the name of the writer is already mentioned, you would write that name. Here, because nobody's name is mentioned, so I would write my name because I am writing the article. So the byline needs to start with a hyphen. By Vidhi Miglani. Now, 2 things. 1, the B of by will be in small letters, the lowercase. Yes. However, my name has to start in capitals. The next thing you have to follow is to write your full name, not the first name or the last name. Writing full name is really formal. So maintain the formal writing in your article. Not too formal, but the name has to go in the formal writing. Right? Moving ahead, how to start writing an article? Nevertheless, it has to start with a catchy line. Leave 1 line. So I've mentioned here, leave one line. And from the right side margin, leaving one finger space, I start writing the article from here. Format is very important. How to start the article? We've already planned a catchy line. Now, if you have started writing your article, it should go on till the left side. In the same way, leaving one finger space from the left side. For example, this is your page. So it starts one finger space from here, ends before the one finger space from the left side. Now, when you start writing your paragraphs, for example, the first paragraph has the period here, the full stop here. The next line would denote the next paragraph. You will not be leaving 4 finger space and moving to the next paragraph. However, if paragraph ends here, or if I draw a line in the center, it ends anywhere after the middle line, you will leave a line and then start the paragraph. Don't forget to remember the rules of paragraphing and framing good, effective paragraphs. Finally, the last step, the step check. What to check? Of course, the article which you have written. But what to check? For that, I have a checklist for you. The first, task response. Whether or not each aspect of the question is covered in the answer. Variety. Whether or not you have used a variety of grammatical structures. Well, my next video simply focuses on the variety of grammatical structures you can include to make your article quite impressive. Spell check. Alright, check for your spellings. Personal. Whether or not you have used the phrases to make it a personal article, for that catches and attracts the audience. Yes. Repetition. No, that's not required. Overused words. If you have used the word time and again repeatedly, please look for a simple synonym and replace the word. That is what is required. And the last, the tone of your article. It will not be way too formal. It has to be semi-formal. Formal to informal. That means it has to be semi-formal. Now, take all these 3 steps and write an article. When you are over with this video, do not forget to look into the comment section for your worksheet. I have given a worksheet for you. Do it, get it checked. Why not? My email ID is already mentioned in the description of the video.